How you guys doing? This is Rich from Rich TV Live. So I just came back from the cannabis conference. As your boy representing the media. There goes Rich TV Live representing the media. So I was just at the cannabis conference. I just left. It's been a long 2 days. Yesterday was more like corporate and just doing a lot of interviews with CEOs. I think I did 10. Today was more mingling. I just walked around and just collected gear. So I got a bunch of gear and got a chance to talk to a whole bunch of companies. I actually just talked to Cannabis. It was off the record. I can't really tell you who I talked to, but what I can say is that they are still very alive and they believe that they're going to turn this around and that things will get better. So that was positive. I spoke to Valens, and I think out of all the companies that I spoke to, Valens looked the most happiest. They looked the most confident. They looked the most proudest of what they were doing and what they were achieving. I think Valens is really rising up to the top for me as companies that I'm really impressed with. Obviously, MediPharm Labs was there too. I didn't get a chance to speak with them, but they look very impressive as well. But MediPharm Labs specifically. Now, Aurora Cannabis did have a booth, but it was an Aurora Drift booth. Anandia Labs is another one of their subsidiaries. They were there too. There's quite a few of their subsidiaries that were there that had booths and had a presence at the event. But Aurora themselves, I was kind of disappointed. They weren't really there. They didn't really have a presence at the event. So it's kind of a disappointment, to be honest with you. But one thing that I did gather from everybody that was at this event is that everybody believes, for the most part, that I spoke to, that Aurora will go bankrupt. There are some people that I spoke to that believe that they're too big to fail. Similar to me, there's a lot of people that believe they'll find a way through it, but there are quite a lot of people that do believe that they will go bankrupt and that their goodwill and their debt issues will be just too much for them to overcome. Scary situation. I don't really think that that's the case, but I personally think they're too big to fail, but I guess you never know. It's a little disturbing when you go to these events and there's a lot of negative sentiment towards Aurora. Then you don't even see Aurora at the event. Cam Bately was supposed to be one of the speakers at the event. He wasn't here. So it's, I'm going to be honest with you, it's disappointing. I think the event was a disappointing event, in my opinion. I think that there was way less people there than last year. I think that some companies did show well. I think Sundial showed very well. I think MediPharm could have shown more. They were in a small little booth. It was weird. I couldn't figure it out. But Valens had a nice booth. I made a video of it. I interviewed Valens, and they were very receptive. And that's why, to be honest with you, I'm really impressed with Valens. Valens and Sundial Growers are two that really impressed me. The company that really impressed me with BevCanna. BevCanna was doing beverages, was giving away free beverages, had a lot of people around their booth. There was a lot of buzz around BevCanna. I saw Emma. I made a video of Emma as well. She was speaking. I was very impressed with BevCanna, and I've been impressed with BevCanna since day one. And Oils, Next Leaf Solutions, was also very impressive. They work with BevCanna, and I interviewed them yesterday as well. So a lot of really impressive people that I got a chance to speak with that are still very excited about the sector, still showing a lot of enthusiasm about the sector. But overall, it just wasn't the same as it was last year. It didn't have the same buzz. It didn't. So that was disappointing. But I guess that's to be expected, assuming the fact that the cannabis sector is down like 60 to 70% across the board. I think we had to anticipate there wasn't going to be as much enthusiasm for the sector. Another thing that I noticed was last year they had a lot more booths with public companies. This year they had a lot of private companies, a lot less public companies. So that was kind of interesting. Now, I think that could be because a lot of these public companies are trying to cut costs. They're trying to become profitable. They're trying to become lean and mean. Like Cannabis didn't have a booth. And then I saw them there today when I was leaving, and I spoke to some of the management, and I said, why don't you guys have a booth? And they said, we're trying to cut costs. We're trying to save money. We're trying to become profitable. So I think that is a major focus, and you're going to see less and less companies wasting money, and you're going to see more of a focus on getting lean and mean and becoming a profitable business. Burgo King says, I want to smoke weed and eat crab dip. Yeah, I mean, it was a good meeting, but it wasn't as big as last year. It wasn't as exciting, and there wasn't as much energy in the room as last year. I thought it was still good. I think it was still a good conference, but it wasn't what I was expecting. I thought it'd be a little bit bigger. I thought it'd be a little bit better. I thought some of the bigger companies would be there. They would have a presence, and I guess that is the case because Valens and Labs are two of the bigger companies now, but it just, I mean, last year they didn't even have a presence, right? Last year they weren't considered two of the bigger companies. Here we are a year later, and now Labs and Valens are two of the bigger companies, specifically in Canada, and they had a presence. But to not see Aurora, Canopy, and Afria have a presence in a conference like that when they're the three biggest players in Canada, it was odd. And I don't understand it personally. I don't understand their branding. I don't understand their rationale behind it. I don't understand what they're thinking, to be honest with you. Why wouldn't you be at the biggest cannabis conference in Canada in 2020, especially in January, just to get the year started off of the right foot? So many new investors, so many people. I saw some subscribers there. It was really nice to see some subscribers. So it's just interesting to come back from it and to just kind of digest what I saw. But overall, it was a very good conference for me. I think overall it was a very good conference for a lot of companies. I was just surprised to not really see Aurora have a presence, considering they clearly have a major presence all across Canada with their products everywhere. So you got your product everywhere, and you have an opportunity to represent in a big way at a large conference with a lot of enthusiasts, a lot of investors, and you don't even show a presence. To me, that's a miss. Okay, guys, we got 39 people here, and we only got 9 likes. That's terrible. So they're giving away all kinds of stuff like this. There's another company, Hawthorne Gardening. So I got a whole bunch of different products just like this. Thank you, guys. We got a couple more likes there. 12 is better than 9. 14 is better than 12. Yeah, you wanted something crazy. So 17 is better than 14. Thank you guys for the likes. I appreciate it. But we got to still get that likes game up. 18 is better than 17. Thank you guys for the 18 likes. So I'm speaking to actually 20 is better than 18. Thank you for the 20 likes, guys. So I'm speaking to actually a subscriber and his mom. And they're at the conference. They're like, Rich TV. I'm like, hey, what's up? And we're talking about Aurora. And then the gentleman actually says, and I actually asked them, do you guys want to go on camera? They said no. I was like, that's fine. I asked them, I said, I said, maybe, because they were like, oh, have you seen Aurora? And I said, no. I said, I think they might be afraid to show their face because so many investors have lost money. I kind of said it tongue in cheek. I didn't really mean it. And then he says to me, yeah, actually, Cam Bailey was told on social media that you better wear a disguise if you show up at this conference. So essentially, he had threats. Now, that might be a part of why he didn't show up at the conference. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know 100%, and I haven't seen those threats on social media, but apparently there have been some threats that Aurora Cannabis better be very careful if they show up at this event. I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't seen it, but this is what I was told. He needs to wear a hockey mask. Yeah. Hockey mask, body armor, maybe drive a Cybertruck. One of those Tesla Cybertrucks. But yeah, overall it was a good conference. Stay tuned. I'll have a lot of new interviews and videos coming up. But the talk was Aurora. A lot of people were talking about Aurora. Some people thought they're too big to fail, including myself. Some people think they'll get through it with a little trouble. And then there's some people that believe they're not going to get through it and they're going to go bankrupt. And that's a pretty big statement because you're talking about a company that is one of the biggest in Canada, one of the biggest, if not the biggest in the world, and they've got a brand that's in every single corner of Canada. And you're going to now suggest that they're going to go bankrupt? I mean, that's a big deal. I'm not suggesting it can't happen. I think anything is possible. I just don't think it will happen. I think they're too big to fail. I think that they will be okay. I think they'll get through this, but it's going to be a bumpy road. And there's been tough times for companies like Amazon along the way, and look at Amazon now. Am I still holding ACB? Yes, I'm still holding ACB. I'm holding lots of my stocks. I'm holding lots of my cannabis stocks. Yeah, I mean, bankruptcy is a very serious thing. Hopefully we don't go in that direction, but if it happens, then it's going to be a very, very, very scary situation. Yeah, I think the price for ACB is just crazy right now. But with all this talk of them going to zero, price targets keep getting lowered, it's a very scary time. No, the Canadian market's not done. The Canadian market is actually far from done. I think the Canadian market is going to be very strong in 2020. And I think companies like Valens and Labs are going to lead the way. I really do. I think Valens and Labs lead the way in Canada. And I think in the United States, TrueLeaf, Cureleaf, C-Web, GW Pharma, Scott's Miracle Grow. There's quite a few that I like in America that I think are going to lead the way. Rain Band says they just opened a Whistler medical facility. They wanted to scale up the production on organic certified cannabis. I like Green Thumb, GTII, yes. Are you asking me how much I'm buying? Yeah, I won't be talking to anyone about what I'm buying anymore moving forward on this channel. It's not happening. Keep that to myself. Everyone should keep their own personal trading to themselves. It's nobody's business. I'm not going to leave myself open to short attacks. No, there was no cannabis at this event. It was weird, man. They didn't give out any cannabis. They didn't give any cannabis-infused beverages. I'm just tired. I had a long night last night. Long day yesterday interviewing CEOs, and then afterwards we had an after party. I didn't get into like 3 in the morning, long day, then up again today, back at the conference at 10 a.m. I'm just tired. Honestly, I'm just tired. It's been a lot of talking, a lot of people, but I got some good content. I got some good interviews, definitely made some new contacts, some new people, got more content in this camera, got more content on my phone, and made some really good contacts. Met CFL champion who wants to work with us, met a cannabis consulting company that wants to work with us, met a whole bunch of companies that are interested in Rich TV Live, and you know, that's what it's all about. Yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, you're welcome to talk about whatever you want to do. I'm choosing not to talk about my own personal trading ever again. That's my own personal business, and it's nobody else's business, and I'm not going to personally be talking about my trades, especially when I know that there's shorters trying to short me. So I'm not going to do that. And I get messages from Andrew Left trying to short my picks, and he knows Aurora's my pick, and then he sends me a message saying they're going to zero. So I'm not going to just keep talking about stocks to have, you know, shorters try to take them to zero. Hey Tree says if ACB goes under $1, that means there's big problems and should stay away. Yeah, I would be careful. I would definitely be careful. They're already a penny stock. Anybody under $5 is a penny stock. So as far as I'm concerned, Aurora's already a penny stock. They're very volatile. They're very risky. I like the brand. I like the fact that they have products that are selling. I like a lot about Aurora. I don't necessarily like the share structure. I don't necessarily believe in the management team anymore. But as an investor, I'm not going to just take a massive hit. So I'm just going to hold my shares, and eventually they're going to get through this, and the stock will climb. The question is, where's the bottom as investors? That's really the question, is where's the bottom? And are we able to take advantage of this retraction in the market and buy at the bottom? That's really what it comes down to. Yeah, people do short me. I get messages constantly with shorters telling me they're shorting my picks. And a lot of times they get squeezed. But in the cannabis sector, they've been able to really they've been doing a good job of shorting my picks. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to leave myself open for that type of assault in the future. It doesn't make a lot of sense for me to do that. Thank you guys for your 27 likes. We got 54 people here, so we got 50% likes. If we can get a few more likes, that would be great. Hopefully this video can go viral and people can see it, and people from the cannabis conference can see this video and they'll be like, hey, that's the guy that was at our booth. So yeah, a lot of different people we talked to today from all across the country. People from the United States, met people from Portland, met people from Halifax, met people from Toronto, met people from Calgary, Vancouver Island, like essentially everywhere. So it's pretty cool, and it's just nice to be at these conferences. I enjoy it. You love the video from the conference? Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Anthony. Mr. Lou says Cron is strong as well. Altria buyout at 17, current price 888. I like Cron, but they need more revenue. I just feel like their prices are overvalued because they have money in the bank, but they need more revenue. What would happen if everybody in this lives buy 500 shares when they go to $1? I don't think much. I don't think much would happen. 270 grand is nothing. It's nothing. It's peanuts. Yeah, it won't do nothing. Oh, Andrew Left watches everything. Let's be honest. I mean, he messaged me directly first and said Aurora's going to zero. And since he said that, the stock's gone down. So Andrew Left is a very powerful man. He did message me, and I guess he knew I would tell people, and I did. I warned everyone because I had to. And so far, it's not at zero, but it's gone down. So far, he's right. It's going down. How's the free water? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I got... Andrew Left has a punchable face. Whacker Beat says, can't shake the fact that ACB earnings will be a huge catalyst. I agree. Trade smart, guys. Look for those M&A action with cash. That's where its easy money is. Keep watch on the cannabis stocks for now. Yeah, I think the cannabis stocks have been beat down, and I think that's creating an amazing buying opportunity. And I think companies like Valens and Labs, Cureleaf, Trueleaf, C-Web, Green Thumb are poised to do quite well in 2020 and beyond. I really do. Well, it's already been a bloodbath, so I don't know how much lower we could go. We've clearly gone quite low, so especially with Aurora, like I look at the price of Aurora and I'm just baffled. I'm thinking to myself, my God, we are in 2020 and Aurora's at $2.17. Like, it's crazy, man. It's really, really crazy. And you want to just buy like 10,000 shares and just sit on it, but imagine they go bankrupt. What are you gonna do? Drop another 20 grand? It's risky, right? Now if you buy it at $2 and it goes to $10, you can make 400%. So on like a $20,000 investment, if that stock went to $10, you would make $80,000. Like, that's a big return on your investment. It's a lot of money to make just buying Aurora Cannabis, but what guarantee do we have that it's going to $10? We have absolutely zero guarantee. Legal pot in New York 2020. Hey, that'll be a huge catalyst. I'd like to see that. I'd totally like to see that. If any of you guys were at the LIFT conference, please let me know. I know I saw some of you guys at the LIFT conference, and some of you guys have subscribed that maybe are at the conference right now. And I'd love to know if there's anybody in here that was at the conference today, or yesterday, or Thursday, or at the after party last night. 'Cause I'm still recovering. I'm tired, man. What do I think of Pure Sun Farms? I think they're pretty good. Yeah, I don't know about that. You know, at the end of the day, Aurora never reported that type of revenue before, and the stock's gone over $10 multiple times. So, I don't know if that's really the case. I think that right now the entire sector is very bearish. If the market becomes a bull market, I think things can change very quickly. I'm not suggesting it's going to be a bull market at this point. I don't think anybody knows anymore, but I think we all have hope, and we've seen it happen before. So it'd be nice to see it happen again. Yeah, no, it was definitely a lot of hype. But there's a lot of companies out there that are built on hype, right? And future fundamentals. So it's not just the cannabis sector. I mean, there's a lot of industries that have stocks trading at crazy multiples. And a lot of it is hype. So it's not just the cannabis sector. Yes, the cannabis sector bubble has burst. But, you know, it's not just the cannabis sector. Another sector who's had a lot of hype recently is 5G. And 5G's got a lot of hype around it. A lot of people are excited about it. A lot of people are, you know, buying 5G stocks. But the reality is, in 2019, 5G stocks, for the most part that I've researched, have gone down. And a lot. Hey, my pleasure. I appreciate you guys. Just like to give you guys the inside scoop. You know, I talk to a lot of companies, so whatever I can do to help you guys and gain you guys a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of an advantage over the marketplace, a little something to just give you guys that advantage to make a good decision so you can win. Whatever I can do, I'm going to do that. It's my modus operandi to help build shareholder value and build shareholder equity. So the only way to do that is to get to know these companies and figure out who are the best. Rain Bond says MedMen was the worst. CEO made millions, but as shareholders went bad. Yeah, MedMen owes some suppliers over $50 million. MedMen has turned into a nightmare. I would not touch MedMen with a 10-foot pole. I would not touch MedMen with a 10-foot pole. Frenzy says, if people short your picks to turn them against you, why don't you post your picks and then short them? Why would I post my picks and then short them? That makes absolutely no sense. I want my picks to go up. I don't want my picks to go down. And I don't want to short my picks. That's the last thing I would want to do. That doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of people that believe Aurora is going to go bankrupt. Yes. There's a lot of people that believe Aurora is going to go bankrupt. I mean, I don't got it in my heart to short this sector. I don't like to short stocks. I will. I just don't got it in my heart to short this sector. I still believe in the sector, and I know the sector's just getting started. Yeah, I think Aurora's revenues are going to be massive too. I'm expecting some big numbers, so stay tuned. I'll keep you guys updated on what I hear as far as their revenues, but I know they're doing a lot of sales, so I'm anticipating some big numbers. Oh boy, guys, we got 72 people here, only 37 likes. Can you guys smash that like button? I'd appreciate it. What about CGC? Yeah, I don't know about CGC. They weren't even at the conference. It was weird, man. They even were in, like, there's like a manual with all the exhibitors and all the booths and all the booth numbers. They were in the manual. So is Afria, so is Aurora, but they had no presence. So that really concerned me. It's like, why are you guys have no presence? So maybe everybody's focused on being lean and mean in 2020. People are just like, I don't want to spend money, but you got to do some branding, you know? Aurora's not the same company ever since they got rid of Bruce. Bruce did a good job of handling everything. And right now, I don't really know what they're doing a good job of. Maybe he did a good job of handling everything, and they're doing a good job of handling nothing. That's what it looks like to me. It's sad but true. Oh, we got 42 likes. It's better than 39. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. I like TerraSend. Pete Ferraro says TerraSend will be a giant. Their acquisition in PA has 68% gross margins. Sheldon Snow says ACB will not go bankrupt. They are cutting costs. And springtime will be good. The sales will not show up until spring. Yeah, so we still have a long ways to go down if they don't have any major catalyst until spring. So hopefully they can have something to, as a catalyst before now and, spring and summer, because, man, it's been a long ways down. It's sad and depressing and frustrating, all of the above. Why do I not talk about CGC? CGC, I've always talked about CGC a lot. They've been my number one pick for quite some time. And obviously they've got billions of dollars behind them, but they're burning money. Burning $279 million last quarter. I mean, what do you want me to say about them? They burned $280 million last quarter. Like, they're on pace to lose over $1 billion in the last 12 months. I mean, that's just horrendous. You guys want me to talk about them? What do you want me to say? They got Drake, they got Snoop, they got Martha Stewart, they got Seth Rogen. Okay, I just said it. What else is there to say? They're burning money. Okay, I just said that too. What else is there to say? I really don't know what to say about those guys right now. I like them. I don't own them right now, but I don't know. I think that there's much better opportunities in my opinion. Thoughts on Harvest Health? Well, I brought you guys Harvest Health first. They exploded. They initially did really, really well. And like everybody else, they just have had a really tough time adjusting to this new environment. So I like them. I think they have a lot of potential, but, they've had a struggle. There's no doubt about it. So I'd be careful with that stock for sure. I'm not wanting to chase anything. People here, like the ratio, it's improving, it's getting better. Pete Ferraro says, if ACB goes under $1, could it be like Xena and go to 14 cents? I guess anything is possible in the stock market. I don't personally think it's going to happen, but anything's possible. That's for sure. Guys, we have 71 people here, 45 likes. Could you guys find it in your heart to hit that like button, please? Pretty please, with sugar on top. If you guys were in the conference today, please put your hands up. If you guys like cannabis, please put your thumbs up. If you guys like NFL football, NFL playoffs, please put your thumbs up. If you guys love yourself, please put your thumbs up. If you guys love your country, please put your thumbs up. If you guys love America, please put your thumbs up. If you guys like Canada, put your thumbs up. If you guys like the world, put your thumbs up. Was there a lot of negative? No, not really. There was some negative. I wouldn't say there was a lot of negative, but there was some negative, for sure. What is Aurora, bro? What? Aurora Cannabis. ACB, the biggest cannabis company in the world. Harry Glass says, sometimes threats do not get answers. We are all adults and put our own money in. Aurora, I can understand now, but Afria and Canopy are a surprise. No, I don't think it's a surprise because both Afria and Canopy both lost money last quarter. So I don't think we should be surprised. I think it's pretty obvious. If you don't make money, stock's going down. And I think it's good because at least now we know everyone's drawn a line and everyone knows exactly what the field looks like, you know? We all have the same playing field. Everyone gets treated fairly. Everyone gets treated equally. And everyone gets the same shot, the same opportunity to see what they can do. Oh, I'm feeling tired, guys. I'm probably going to have to crash here pretty soon. Thank you guys for watching. This is your boy Rich from RICHTV Live. If you're not winning, you're not watching. Aurora Cannabis, I think it's too big to fail. I don't think it fails, but some people are thinking it goes to zero. A lot of people at the cannabis conference says they're going to go bankrupt. I really hope that's not the case. I really, really, really hope that that's not the case. But if it is, I'm sure we will figure it out. I just really hope that it's not the case. So thank you guys for watching. If you're not winning, you're not watching. This is your boy Rich from RICHTV Live. We've been doing this since 2017. Now 3 years talking on YouTube about investing, and one of our niches is cannabis investing. I'm a big fan. I'm a cannabis enthusiast. Always have been, always will be. And love to work with you guys and help you create exposure and tell your story and in a fun and entertaining way together. It was interesting to see so many companies in the cannabis sector. It tells me that the sector's not dead. Yeah, it's going through consolidation. Yeah, it's gone back down. But it's definitely not dead, guys. I promise you that. This sector is far from dead. We're actually just getting started. Okay, guys. Have yourselves a great day. Enjoy your weekend. Your boy Rich from RICHTV Live. And I'm home. Peace. And if you hit that bell for notifications. So every time we go live, you get access. Whether it's live, whether it's a video, you get access first. It's true, in real time.